afternoon! Здравствуйте! Вітаю вас! I'm teacher Sophie, and this is the Natural Russian and Belarusian channel. Here, you can learn Russian and Belarusian in a natural and joyful way by listening, watching, and repeating. In this series of episodes, we will reveal the Russian and Belarusian flora and fauna, learn new words and phrases, and we will sing together. Вы готовы? Почнем! Let's get the matryoshka swinging. Natural Russian and Belarusian. In the first part of today's episode, we will discover 5 birds that live in Russia and Belarus. And then we'll proceed to the practical part. Приступим к практической части and learn the ready-made poem-song in a calm and natural way. Ready? Let's get down to Russian. First of all, let's look through today's vocabulary. Birds will be птицы. Cranes will be журавли. And crane – журавль. Nightingales – соловьи. A nightingale – соловей. Finch – зяблик. Finches – зяблики. A stork – аист. Storks – аисты. Woodpeckers will be in Russian дятлы. Woodpecker – дятел. One more time. Птицы – birds. Cranes – журавли. Crane – журавль. Соловей – a nightingale. Соловьи – nightingales. A finch – зяблик. Finches – зяблики. A stork – аист. Storks – аисты. Woodpeckers – дятлы. A woodpecker – дятел. Birds in Russia and Belarus. About 790 species of birds have been registered in Russia. These are aquatic and forest, field and urban, tundra and Arctic birds. Quite a lot of birds are rare and endangered, являются редкими и исчезающими. So, they are listed in the Red Book. Поэтому они занесены в Красную книгу. About 340 species of birds have been registered in Belarus. The most popular of them are sparrows, воробьи, doves, голуби, starlings, скворцы, crows, вороны, and storks, аисты. In today's episode, we will discuss some of them. Number 1 is a crane, журавль. There are 15 species of cranes in the world. In Russia, there are 7 species of cranes, such as gray, black, demoiselle crane, Siberian crane, Japanese, Dahurian, and Canadian crane. The total number of the species is estimated at 700,000 birds, including about 120,000 in the European part of Russia. The gray crane, серый журавль, is the most common crane species in Russia. It is listed in the Red Book. The crane has a long neck and legs, a moderately long beak with through nostrils, and strong wings. The height of the bird is up to 130 centimeters. The wingspan reaches 2 meters. Let's hear how they sound. September 11 is World Crane Day, Международный день журавля. The holiday is intended to draw attention to the efforts of various countries around the world to protect cranes and increase their population. Interesting facts. Интересные факты. Cranes live 20-25 years in the wild and 2 times longer in captivity, в неволе. In one day of flight, cranes can cover 800 kilometers. In nature, cranes have almost no enemies, but humans, invading the habitats of these shy and sensitive birds, quickly displace them from suitable regions, depriving them of food and convenient nesting places. Today, many public organizations are in favor of prohibiting hunting at the regional level in areas where cranes fly, as well as actively combating grass burning and developing programs for the artificial restoration of the numbers of these beautiful birds. Number 2 is Соловей, a nightingale. The nightingales belong to the order Passeriformes, the family of flycatchers and thrushes. These animals are small in size. The body length is only 16 till 20 centimeters, and maximum weight is 25 grams. The wingspan is 24-27 centimeters. The tail feathers are elongated. The color of the common nightingale doesn't differ in the brightness of its colors. The color of the plumage varies from light brown to brownish gray. There are 14 species of nightingales in total. Interesting facts. In the central zone of the European part of Russia and western Siberia, the first nightingales appear on the 8th till 10th of May. On these same days, you can hear their first songs. At this time, a large number of singing males gather in the floodplains of large rivers and on river islands. In warm years, they can sing from the first days of arrival and all at once. Old, experienced males are the first to arrive at nesting sites. Let's listen to them. Давайте их послушаем. Bird number 3 is зяблик, a finch. The finch, зяблик, is a genus of songbirds of the finch family. The average body length is 15 centimeters. The wingspan is up to 28 centimeters. The weight reaches 30 or 40 grams. Зяблики are one of the most numerous in Russia. Interesting facts. Интересные факты. The name of the bird finch comes from the verb to freeze, which means зябнуть. This means that these birds do not like cold weather. Some birds winter in Central Europe, the rest fly south. Зяблики choose mixed forests and undergrowth as their habitat. Зяблики can also be found in city parks, squares, and sometimes even under the roof of human homes. As soon as warm, sunny weather sets in outside, the finches begin to arrange their homes. Only females do the housework. At the end of April, beginning of May, finches begin to build nests. Finches make their homes on the branches of deciduous or coniferous trees. On birch, cedar or poplar, the nest is built on the side branches, close to the trunk. But if they are going to live on pine needle, they build a nest on the edge of the branch, away from the center. From year to year, pairs of finches remain. However, like other small birds, the life expectancy of the finch in the wild is low, on average 2 or 3 years. In captivity, в неволе, the finch can live more than 10 years. These birds has long been kept in houses. In some European countries, it was a very popular pet.
Let's listen to them. Давайте их послушаем.
Number 4 is aist, a stork. The white stork is slightly more than a meter tall, and its wingspan is 1.5 or 2 meters. An adult weighs about 4 kilograms. In addition to the white stork, there's also its antipode, the black stork, черный аист. It is slightly smaller in the size, but everything else is very similar to the white stork. Черный аист, the black stork, is listed in the Red Book of Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and some others. White storks mate for life. Returning from wintering, they find their nest and devote themselves to continue their lineage. Interesting facts. These birds travel very long distances, and one of the secrets that helps them stay in the air for a long time is that storks can take a nap while in flight.
This has been scientifically proven by tracking migratory birds.
The sensor on the chest of the storks recorded at times a weaker pulse and rare and shallow breathing. Only his hearing sharpens at these moments to hear the short clicks that his neighbors make during the flight. The signs tell him what position to take in flight, what direction to choose. 10-15 minutes of such sleep is enough for the bird to rest, after which it takes a place at the head of the train, giving way to the sleeping wagons in the middle of the flock to others who want to rest.
Let's listen to them. Давайте их послушаем.
Number 5 is дятел, a woodpecker. The woodpecker is the most hard-working bird in the forest from the woodpecker family. He is reluctant to fly, but he works hard. A woodpecker in the forest climbs a tree trunk, breaks it with powerful blows of its beak, and removes bugs and larvae. Дятел has everything adopted for this: a large hard beak, a long sticky tongue with jagged edges from which the insect can no longer dodge, and a hard tail for support while walking. A woodpecker eats up to 1,000 bark beetles per day. For his incredible diligence in reducing the population of tree pests, he is called the forest guard or forest doctor.
The drummer woodpecker hides in the foliage thanks to its variegated or green plumage, but in good weather its knocking can be heard in an area up to 5 kilometers away.
Это интересно. This is interesting. A woodpecker, дятел, will never peck at a healthy tree. Rotten or sick things are more interesting to him because there's something to profit from there. When climbing a trunk, a woodpecker moves in a spiral and never hangs upside down.
This is due to the peculiarity of its vestibular apparatus.
In spring and summer, дятлы eat animal food in abundance in the forest.
Most often, woodpeckers eat bark beetles, leaf beetles, weevils, and other wood-dwelling insects and their larvae. In addition, butterflies, pupae, mosquitoes, caterpillars, aphids, centipedes, and ladybugs are used as food.
Some species of woodpeckers are very fond of ants. The bird feeds on an area of up to 12 hectares of forest and considers it their own territory. In autumn and winter, дятлы switch to seeds from spruce and pine cones, acorns, nuts, seeds of deciduous trees, and pine buds. Дятлы are not afraid of humans and fly to feed at bird feeders near the homes of people.
Let's listen to them. Давайте их послушаем.
Perfect! Превосходно! Цудовно! Now, let's memorize our today's birds and learn some more in context. Ready? Let's learn a poem and sing it like a song. First, I will read a poem, then I'll translate it line by line in English. Аист в гнезде, голубь на земле, в небе чайки, журавли, по ветке скачут соловьи. Дятел сидит на стволе, а зяблик плещется в реке. Stork is in the nest, аист в гнезде. Dove is on the ground, голубь на земле. There are seagulls and cranes in the sky. В небе чайки, журавли. Nightingales jump along a branch. По ветке скачут соловьи. A woodpecker sits on a trunk. Дятел сидит на стволе. And the finch splashes in the river. А зяблик плещется в реке. Great! I'll read one more time and you can repeat after me. Аист в гнезде. The stork is on the nest. Голубь на земле. A dove is on the ground. В небе чайки, журавли. There are seagulls and cranes in the sky. По ветке скачут соловьи. Nightingales jump along a branch. Дятел сидит на стволе. A woodpecker sits on a trunk. And зяблик плещется в реке. And the finch splashes in the river. So here, in this poem, in today's episode, we will take such grammar rules as prepositions in and on, and disjunctive conjunction but, or it can also be translated as and. In Russian, in most of cases, will be v, on will be na. And disjunctive conjunction a can mean but or and. In addition to our basic vocabulary, you will also learn here verbs of motion in present tense. For example, jump will be in plural form скачут. Sits in singular form will be сидит. And to splash, yes, the fish splashes will be зяблик плещется. Great! Now I will read one more time, you repeat, and then we will sing it. Готовы?
Аист в гнезде, голубь на земле. В небе чайки, журавли, по ветке скачут соловьи. Дятел сидит на стволе, а зяблик плещется в реке.
Splendid! Великолепно!
Now let's sing the song together. Давайте споем вместе. Аист в гнезде, голубь на земле. В небе чайки, журавли, по ветке скачут соловьи. Дятел сидит на стволе, а зяблик плещется в реке. Please pay attention that we have the verb to sit, which will be сидит, and the stress will be on the last syllable. But here, to save the rhyme and melody, we put the stress on the first syllable and it sounds like сидит. It is okay when we make some songs in Russian and put the stress on the first syllable to save the rhyme. Let's repeat one more time. Давайте споем еще раз. Аист в гнезде, голубь на земле. В небе чайки, журавли, по ветке скачут соловьи. Дятел сидит на стволе, а зяблик плещется в реке.
Those listeners who will try to sing this song and send a voice recording on our mail or directly in our Facebook group will get a 50% discount on our main Natural Russian course. Our mail is natural.russianbell@gmail.com. We will wait for your messages. Цудовно! Perfect! Good job! Отлично! Join our Facebook group channel and share your impressions. You can check your episode comprehension by free quizzes in Telegram. All the links are in the description to this episode. If you want to learn the whole Russian grammar and practice speaking, then join our Natural Russian studying course. There, you will get a concrete short video lessons with quizzes and simple but very effective tasks. All you need is just to watch, listen, and repeat. The link to the course is in the description below. If you need some extra information, write me in our Facebook group, Natural Russian and Belarusian. Thank you very much for listening. See you next time. Goodbye. До свидания. До побачення.
Аист в гнезде, голубь на земле. В небе чайки, журавли, по ветке скачут соловьи. Дятел сидит на стволе, а зяблик плещется в реке.